I'm going over class setups with the medic, the best weapons, best combat role, and best gadgets and whatnot. Pretty much just the meta version of how I've played the class after a while. I've managed to keep the top like 2.4% of all the medics on Xbox, so I definitely think that these are the best class setups after playing medic for at least like 20, 30 hours. Class I play the least, just because I usually like long range, and medics are mostly a close range class. But the way I always go is there's uh, two different combat roles you go to. I always go field medic because you get healer, you get additional requisition for your squads by providing the bandages, which if you're a medic, you should always be healing people. Now that requisition you can be used to call in artillery and everything else. The more requisition you can get, better. And if you're already doing something like healing, you might as well be getting extra points for it. And the swift effort trait, medic's most important job is reviving, healing and reviving. That's your main thing. You sprint faster when calling out to a downed friend in need of a medic. So if you ping somebody, I believe I think you have to ping them for the order of this to work. You'll see an icon of somebody needing revived. You actually can run faster to them. Because combat medic, you have longer reach with melee weapons, and you sprint faster when at critical health. If you're using a melee weapon, you're probably gonna get shit on. Some people shit on me with it, but generally speaking, I have a gun, you have a sword, I'm gonna kill you. You sprint faster when at critical health. If you're at critical health, you're probably one bullet from dying, and even if you have unlimited heals, there's a delay. You're probably gonna die before that's really that important most of the time. So, if field medic wasn't here, or didn't have that healing trait with extra points, I'd say go for combat medic, but field medic's just better. So, now a lot of people are going to hate this that play this game. This is the best close range gun in the game to me, bar none. It's the Type 2A. Now this thing, you can think of it like, I guess the best thing I could put is like the Scorpion from like Black Ops 2, I believe. Basically, this thing's just a fucking bullet hose. So the way I always have this set up is I just put a little red dot sight on it. As you can see, it has a rate of fire of 1028. So for instance, in one of the other videos I used Sturmgewehr, and it shoots pretty fast, and it only has 670. So yeah, it has a hell of a lot. So the way I set this up, now when you first use this weapon, it kind of sucks because it shoots so fast and you have a limited ammo supply. Because you have to actually equip the extended magazine to get that 51, and until you do, it makes with how high the recoil is, I have pretty good accuracy, and I still miss a lot of my bullets. So only having like 30 bullets instead of 50, it was basically like one kill reload, one kill reload, one kill reload. Now with the 51, I can get 2 or 3 people. So I use quick aim because, like I said, you're deep in combat with the medic most of the time, so you need to be able to aim super fast. Improved accuracy and aimed fire while moving. Again, from other videos I made, if you're moving while you're aiming strafing left and right, you're going to have a lot more success than if you just sit still. Makes you harder to hit. And being able to maintain your accuracy while you're also making yourself harder to hit, that's just pure benefit. Extended magazine, like I said, you want that with this weapon for sure, just because of the fact that how fast it shoots. Then I have less recoil upwards with the recoil buffer. I also find because like this recoil basically goes straight up for me, so having that just a little extra, just take the edge off the recoil is nice. If you're worried, you could also do the hip fire, but I just aim down sight if I'm that close. Usually if I have to hip fire, I miss a lot for some reason. And like I said, you can set it up and actually make this even shoot faster. I just think the full right side is the more beneficial way to run this. Now, for a more long-range gun, medium, because there's not really a long-range gun. There is on this class. Medium range, use the MP40. You see, it has a 540 rate of fire, so it shoots slower than the STG and whatnot. You do not want to get super close range fights with this normally, because like I said, like if a like the STG is not a close range weapon in my opinion, and if you have an MP40 and I'm an STG and we're both hitting our shots at the same time, I'll win because I shoot just a little bit faster, and that's all that matters. So, but if medium range, this weapon doesn't have that bad of a recoil, so you can actually go pretty good off on this. I just have the red dot on here because, like I said, it's close medium range. Specializations, aim down sight just in case somebody catches me off guard. Less horizontal recoil, improved accuracy while stationary. Like I said, you're medium range, you can get away with being stationary a little bit more, and improved accuracy while moving. So either way, you're good. And you could also get the less recoil upwards if that helps you more. But like I said, I always try to maintain mobility, especially with the medic. And if you try to go with a long range, I would suggest the jungle carbine. It's a one hit to the head. I've tried these other two. You can see I don't even have them leveled up. Like, we're talking like I'm 100 meters away, and I've hit a guy 5 times in the chest, and I haven't even downed him yet. They're garbage. But the jungle carbine, if you're good at headshots, it's amazing. I've got shit on by a couple of people that were really good with this gun before. So now, as with the other classes, the pistol doesn't really matter that much. If you're good with accuracy and headshots, use the revolver. If not, pick whatever. It doesn't really matter. Now, also the same thing with the melee. Doesn't really matter. Now, this is the way that I run medic, and I think honestly everybody should run this way. Just it seems most beneficial. So this is going to include 2 gadgets. You have your normal smoke grenades, and you have your smoke grenade rifle. Now, if you spawn, I can't remember how many you have exactly, but if you hit ammo, this gives you 5 smoke grenades altogether. Now, smokes are amazing for 2 different reasons. You can use it to push up on engagements like you see in that little video on the screen there, where he's like getting shot at. All of a sudden he can flank and the guy doesn't see it coming, he can bam, hit him. Or what if where he shot that smoke was a down teammate? Now he might be able to save that teammate instead of being like, I've saved a lot of people that have got sniped from across the map. I'll put smoke there and then the sniper can't see me reviving them. So the more smoke grenades you have, it's just so much better and easier for your life as a medic, because so many of the maps are so big that if you're trying to use an SMG on one of those big maps, you're normally going to have a hard time, but the smoke lets you push up, which none of the other classes have the ability to do if they're stuck somewhere. Smokes have saved my ass countless times. Now, you have 2 healing gadgets. You have your normal bandages, and you have your medical crate. Now, as a medic, you can always heal yourself an infinite amount of times, because you always have these bandages on your own character. And other people can pick them up from behind you, I believe, if you have them. I like the medical crate, because I like to run around with my squad and work as a team. So, if for instance we're stuck in a building or something, I like to be able to throw that down because it provides an area of effect. So anybody within like 10 feet of it, it heals everybody. It does recharge slower than the pouches, but I don't like having to constantly keep throwing pouches one at a time to everybody. So I like the medical crate more, this example. But yeah, that's pretty much all how I have the medic set up. Above went over everything. So yeah, that is my guide on medic. Hope that somebody learned anything. Everybody have a good one.